Daily stock market update just after US market open. How are things looking at the moment? Well, the big story really is that the UAE is leaving OPEC. OPEC being that oil cartel which fixes prices in the West. To be part of a corporate cartel is a criminal offense. And I'm glad it's sort of dismantling slightly, because it's often held the rest of the world to hostage by artificially levering the powers of oil. So UAE leaving will be good for the markets in the sense that longer term, it should lead to lower oil prices, because you're not held as a cartel. You're not held to the cartel's rules of raising prices. They call themselves a cartel. The other place cartel is used, Latin America and the drugs trade. So that's all good news. The S&P might not react immediately. Where are we at the moment? We're slightly, pretty flat, 0.26% off in Europe, the Euro stocks. I want to keep an eye on the Euro stocks. It's often neglected, and it is one of the things that one of my model portfolios does include as one of the instruments that we like to hold. So going back to the market update, chip stocks, I was installing in my PC, because I like doing these kind of things, a new hard drive. Not hard drive, they're SSD cards now. And I was looking inside that box and looking at what's in that PC in terms of where I'm spending all my money. And I can tell you exactly where all the money's going. AMD, CPU, Applied Materials, it's going into SanDisk, okay, which I own. It's going somewhere, I'm sure, into Micron. It's running on Windows, spending adverts on Meta, I buy their glasses, Apple, the watch. But going back to the PC, it really is the chip makers, and they've been around long enough. Now, the biggest problem with the chip makers is going to be when you've got mega profits, as we've had in some of our major model portfolios in some of the stocks like Micron, then the real issue is, okay, when do you start taking that back out? And that's obviously dependent on each individual client that we have. Incidentally, if you're interested in becoming a client, alpeshpatel.com is where you want to go. So it's not always the case for all of them. For some of them, it's about adding to those winners as a rebalance. For others, it's rebalancing away. For others, it's just leaving it. And it all depends on their particular risk appetite and their outlooks. Now, what have we got? Tuesday's biggest analyst calls: NVIDIA, Apple, Tesla, Micron, Palantir, Microsoft. We are in the middle of earnings season. Wednesday, tomorrow, you've got the biggies. You've got NVIDIA and Microsoft both on the same day, and I think you've got Alphabet as well thrown in there. Overall, this cartel news, I think, is bigger than it's going to get coverage. What have we got in the US? Centena's had a bit of a dead cat bounce, funnily, because I did a video on it on TikTok earlier. So have a look at that. Franklin Resources has come up. It's one of the ones which, when we were doing a hedge fund report for our clients, it had come up on several of the hedge funds. It's interesting to see it's one of the top movers today. Might be one that I remind the clients of later on. That particular one. Like I said, that's the biggest story. It's the oil story. We are not particularly worried about anything else. You got 0.85% off on the NASDAQ. Maybe that's just profit taking in anticipation of big earnings coming out. People don't necessarily want an overexposed book on that. So what do they do in those circumstances? They start taking some money off the table. Okay. What have we got in terms of headlines coming up there? After the OPEC one, OpenAI reportedly missed revenue targets. Again, there's this worry, and it's cyclical, that, are we going to make enough money out of AI? We're spending so much on it. It was like when I was doing my Bloomberg TV show 26 odd years ago, and the dot-com bubble was happening, was, are they going to make enough money out of it? If there's profitability across other companies, that's fine. OpenAI is not even listed, so you're not even worried if they keep making losses. If it was about OpenAI alone, I'd say, yeah, you've got a potential bubble here. Okay, but it's not. It's about companies which are running profits, and I care about that. Oracle has taken a bit of a hit. Oracle's always been more volatile. Is it the end of Oracle? Obviously not. but it's always been more volatile. It's one of the reasons why it's not one of the ones that I include in my Quality 5 Plus. You know, when I've publicly stated this before, when I talk about Meta, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Alphabet, Nvidia, Oracle often isn't mentioned that frequently just because of the volatility, just like Tesla. No doubts that Oracle and Tesla will do well. It's just that I don't want the volatility of the ride, because I can get my returns without having that kind of volatility. And that's what we're about when we're talking to clients as well, making sure they get the returns without the excess volatility to boot. That's really the main things. I mean, let's not talk about things for the sake of talking about them. The main issues are the markets are not panicking. They are not selling off. They are happy with oil below $100 US. They think there'll be some kind of peace negotiations. In fact, that's all becoming background noise anyway. For those who like to look at the S&P 500, we are within all-time highs. Can it continue? Will it have a dip? Well, both are the right answer. The question is over what time frames. If you're holding over a long enough time frame, then you don't care, obviously, whether it continues or it dips, because you're holding over a long enough time frame. It's only the traders that need to worry. And if you're a trader, you really ought to be worried more generally anyway. So that's where we are at the moment. I'll do a more detailed one once we've got the earnings tomorrow. So do make sure you have a look at alpeshpatel.com before that, because there's a lot of good stuff to come.